It's right on the ocean. It's a very cool course.
We're ready.
Hi.
We're talking golf.
Yeah. Oh,
Tiffany just can't stop talking about it.
welcome, everyone, to the July 11th, 2019 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. If you would all please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm Barb Lewis, President. To my left is our Vice President, Jeff Benton, and to my right, fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill. Don Houston is our administrator. No, I always get this scooped up. Deputy Administrator. Sarah DeNovo is our clerk today. We can begin.
Resolution number 19-652, in the matter of approving the electronic record of the proceeding from regular meeting held July 8th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-652. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We have no public comment this morning.
Frankly, I didn't understand you. You were very clear, and I wasn't sure what you said.
I'll slow down and speak up. Resolution number 19-653, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants and batch number CMA PR 071210, and memo transfers and batch numbers MTA 0710.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-653. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-654, in the matter of approving travel expense requests.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-654. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-656, in the matter of recognizing September 2019 as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-656. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-657, in the matter of approving and authorizing the signing and submittal of the Community Development Block Grant CDBG Housing Revolving Loan Fund semi-annual report to the Ohio Development Services Agency Office of Community Development.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Morning, Jenna Gehring, the Economic Development Coordinator. These next two resolutions are our 6-month reports that we submit to the state. This one is the Housing Revolving Loan Fund. There was no change in the 6 months, and the balance is $18,022.32, and I recommend your approval.
Okay. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-657. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-658, in the matter of approving and authorizing the signing and submittal of the Community Development Block Grant Economic Revolving Loan Fund semi-annual report to the Ohio Development Services Agency Office of Community Development.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
There is also no change to the Economic Development Revolving Loan Fund, and the balance is $168,850.49. I recommend your approval.
Okay. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-658. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 19-659, in the matter of approving the sanitary subdivider agreement for the Heathers at Gulf Village, Section 4, and North Star Goldwell Neighborhood, Section 1.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Tiffany Mag, Director of Environmental Services. These are both standard subdividers agreements. The first one, the Heathers at Gulf Village, is there's 20 lots in this section, and it's located on Sawmill Parkway, just north of Home Road. And then North Star, the Goldwell, Section 1, that is a 50-lot section located near North Galena Road as well as Wilson Road. We request your approval.
Okay. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-659. Mr. Merrill? Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
I have a, Commissioner Lewis, may I have a moment?
Oh, certainly.
I think there's an event today that I'm not sure what it is. Could you?
I never would have guessed.
Could you clarify what the event is?
Yes, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Resolution number 19-660, in the matter of adopting market updates for the Delaware County Compensation Management System for 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
So as you know, we've been in the midst of this market study for quite some time. I would recommend your approval of this resolution that updates the wage scales for our job families and departments under the Board of Commissioners. And I'd like to take an opportunity to thank not only Mike Fromer and Brad Lutz for their assistance throughout this process, but Matt Brown and Dana Bichong spent countless hours, and even Pam Sonageri before she departed as well. So thanks to everyone. Appreciate your assistance, and department directors as well had a big part in this. So without, I guess, further discussion or questions from you all, I would recommend approving, and we'll move forward with the new wage scales.
Okay. Any questions, comments?
I just reinforce, I know a lot of time went into this, there's been a lot of questions, a lot of discussion, so thank everybody involved as well.
Yes, and thank you, Dawn, for all your work shepherding this through. It's a major accomplishment, and I definitely support it.
Good to make our wages competitive and
Exactly.
make sure our people are paid fairly, and this sort of thing done every 3 or 4 years, make sure that we're stay competitive. So it's good to do that.
Right. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-660. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-661, in the matter of approving an assignment and assumption agreement with ATS Automation U.S. Holdings 6 Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Rob Platt, Economic Development Administrator, here for Director Bob Lamb. We have a resolution before you today to approve an assignment and assumption agreement for the ATS project in Creekside. This would be for the CRA. We did receive the request to proceed with this action earlier this week, which is outside of our normal time frame. So we do appreciate you considering this. And then yesterday late, we received 2 minor modifications I do want to call out to your attention. One being, we have referenced this as the ATS Ohio project. Their technical name going into this is the ATS Automation USA Holdings 6 Incorporated, and also the a minor change to identify the transfer instrument as being a limited warranty deed dated as of tomorrow, because that is when they plan to close. So we're excited about the project. Thank you for your support, and I'm happy to answer any questions, but seeking your approval of the resolution.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, I'd just like to compliment Rob and the team and everybody at Orange Township and the schools and so on that worked together, the developer, that worked together to make this happen. Yesterday's TID meeting is, the big project coming out of yesterday's TID meeting is the home road extension to the east, and that'll connect into this property. So that's a big step forward in our transportation plan, as well as making Creekside just that much more viable. So again, congratulations for everybody. This is a great project. This is a great company. Bring a lot of good paying jobs in a sector we're after to that area and Delaware County in total. So great to see it come to this resolution.
Thank you.
And the Finance Authority, too, was
Yeah, Finance Authority was-
instrumental.
yep.
They did come in as a partner on this project also, yes.
Yes, yes.
And I've been reading an email we received from Bob Lamb. He projects 250 jobs created immediately, another 250 down the road, and the average income salary of around $70,000. So
That is correct.
Yes.
it's good for the counties. We try to create more jobs in our county.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-661. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that brings us to administrative reports.
I have nothing to report today.
Commissioner Merrill.
I have 2 things. One, Commissioner Lewis and I attended an age-friendly event at Source Point Tuesday evening, and that was of, I say informational, and was well-attended. And the second thing is I will be at the National Commissioners Convention this weekend. I serve on 2 committees, immigration, and immigration is a bigger issue than the southern border, and unfortunately we get so caught up on that, we lose sight of it's a bigger issue in a lot of ways. So my involvement is to try to make sure we think beyond just the southern border. And I also serve on the Environment Land Use Committee, and we'll meet all day tomorrow on that committee, so
Yes.
it'll be a long day.
Yes.
And that's all I have today.
Okay, Commissioner Benton.
Just a few things. The TID, as I mentioned before, the TID, Transportation Improvement District, did meet yesterday, and it's really getting active. It's really encouraging to see the projects that they're working on and moving forward with. Just wanted to mention the main ones that they talked about yesterday. The Home Road extension I mentioned earlier as well, that is out for bid now. This is about just shy of a mile extension of Home Road east of 23 in Orange Township. It'll connect into Green Meadows Drive. And it's moving forward. It's a $10 million project. It'll be, a year plus to get it done. But it's one of our key components of that east-west connector in the southern part of the county. So again, it's great to see it, and the TID makes it go faster, and that's what we've seen through this process. It's out to bid. Construction could start in October. So it really does help to make it go faster on a major project like that. It talked about putting Pyatt Road, Tollison Road extension into the TID. They're working with developers. That's north of Berlin Station Road. The engineer's office has bought some property on Sawmill Parkway, and they're putting an outpost there for salt storage and so on. And they're talking about building this salt storage facility with the TID because it can be done cheaper, and because they don't have to do prevailing wage. And so it'll be interesting to see just how it works out. Also, the North Road extension we've been talking about a little bit between Shanahan and Peach Blow. So again, there's a lot of good projects that are, being discussed in this organization to be done to move it faster and make it cheaper and easier. Poll worker appreciation event this afternoon. I'm going to that just to thank. They're having a little reception at the Board of Elections to thank the poll workers, and Commissioner Merrill's done that a number of times, and he well knows it's a long day, and these people don't get paid much. And they do it, and it's a real commitment on their part. Bob Horrock's retirement is this afternoon, retirement reception, and we all just admire and appreciate all that Bob's done for SourcePoint for his 27 years he was there. So it'll be good to have a little reception to honor Bob and thank him for all he's done. The BIA parade starts Saturday. I want to make sure I mention that. That is obviously at Evans Farm. Goes Saturday the 13th, I think, through the 28th. I think it's Sunday the 28th, but it's 2 weeks, and it's starting this Saturday. 14 homes, 12 different builders. Neat area the way it's on both sides of the main street of Evans Farm, so it should be a really very successful one, very busy, and really be
I think
a
a
nice
lot
one.
of people are really curious.
Yeah,
in
very
particular
curious.
about
These are
this.
beautiful homes. I did a Muddy Boots tour when it was under construction. They're beautiful homes, small lots. It's a different sort of feel to it. It's an
Yeah.
urban, walkable community feel to it, so it's a different feel. But beautiful homes, great builders, and just nice. Again, nice to have it in Delaware County again.
And if I can add to that, I think there's a county event next Tuesday evening, I believe.
Yes.
Next
Yes.
Tuesday. And also, everyone needs to be patient. It's fantastic we have a parade in our county. This county's a growing county, a lot going on, and the roundabout is being
Yes.
positioned there on the west side of the parade, which means people have to access it from the east side also.
That's what I was just going to ask
Also,
about
so-
the access, because, from the east
It
side.
is a challenge.
And the county engineer is working with everybody to assist in communicating that. And frankly, the BIA has been very supportive and understanding because
They know in the
in a
long
perfect
run.
world, access from both sides, but they also understand they're part of a big part of our county, and they are very supportive of that, because that construction of the roundabout's got to get done during the summer before school starts.
Right.
Because buses won't be able to get through there. So it just goes one more time how there's really a team effort in our county.
Yeah, so true. And I'll be at the reception for Bob Horrocks, too. He was sitting in the back as Commissioner Merrill and I attended this speech last night, and I thought, oh, boy, I think he was real happy sitting in the back, not having to get up to the podium or worry about, all the details that I'm sure he constantly took care of, or even if he didn't do it directly, indirectly. And I'll be at the poll workers reception because Yeah, this afternoon. And I did notice today coming on South Galena Road and 3C, Rob Riley mentioned that we're going to have a light there. Well, the utility workers were there, and so I thought, oh boy. The light wasn't
Turn
up
on?
yet,
Not
but it
on.
was, yeah. Hopefully it will be shortly. I'm sure it will. They were working on it. And we have need for executive session.
We do. Resolution number 19-662, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of appointment of a public employee or public official.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 19-662. Mr. Benton? Aye. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye, we're now recessed into executive session.
Buddy.
Resolution number 19-663, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 19-663. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye,
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
we are now adjourned.
Resolution